Hello everyone, it's me Lycan, and today we're gonna be doing something different. We're going to be building a new terrarium. If you can see, I have like one terrarium behind me and there's one up there as well. And I'm owner of many more terrariums. But as of next week, or when you will see this video, I'll already have them. So you'll see them at the end of the video then. I'm getting some scorpions. And for that I'm building a terrarium, a hobby terra terrarium. They're completely for self-building. They're glass terrariums, but they're pretty easy to assemble yourself and they're not too expensive. And they have an adaptation kit. So over here, let me see if I can show you guys. Over there you can see there's two of them. Well, there's my David Bowie spider, and up there are some snails and a millipede. And on top of those, I will set this one I'm gonna build today. Okay. So I would say we'll just start right into it. We're gonna open it up and start building it. I said it shouldn't be too much of a hassle to do, because I've done that before, but we'll see. The package itself is pretty big. It's 65 by 50 by 21 centimeters. The terrarium itself is gonna be around, I think it's like 60 by 50. 60 by 50 by, let me lie, 40, I think. It's not too high of a terrarium. It's just like the snail terrarium I'll show you guys. So I'm gonna shove that off screen. Probably. There it is. With this one, the middle one. 60 by 45 by 45. That's the measurements. But they're easy to build, not that expensive, and they do their job. They say you can use them for reptiles as well. I don't know how if I would do that. I would probably only use them for invertebrates. Yeah, because I won't feel good putting a reptile in a terrarium like this, you know? Yeah. My room's a mess. But, for the lack of a better word. Oops. First of all, we have here, this is the lid. Some screws and stuff in it. So we'll just... The good thing about these terrariums is they come semi-mesh, semi-glass, and they can really be used for dry terrariums and human terrariums. The thing for human terrariums though is the ventilation of these is extreme. So keeping high humidity in it is very hard. I have the snail terrarium and there's always like 80% humidity, and that it wasn't possible. It just wasn't possible. So I put some foil, not foil, like a sticky plastic stuff. I mean, it's kind of like a plastic foil. You can see it's completely made out of metal. So it's not like this plastic bits and bobs on it, but the main frame itself is very robust and is metal. So it's not cheap. It's not cheaply made. Let's say it like that. I'm not sponsored, by the way. In case anyone might have thought that. I'm sure there's no one. Even though I like hobby terra stuff. Okay, and in here we have like frames and tubes and stuff we need for assembly afterwards. We can get all of that out. Like with these thingies, you can see they're like T pieces or H pieces. I or H. I beams, H beams, however you want to see it. They hold the glass panes and walls. No, it's just the glass panes. In They just hold them. So we have like 2 of the H beams. We'll put them up there. Then we have the beams for the corners. And in the corners we have these tubes. Also metal. These corners are plastic though. The beams are plastic. But they are... This is metal. Then we have some tools for assembly, the key, and some screws. I think they've changed the packaging layout. There you can also see again how be Terra Fix and easy. This is the construction manual. I probably won't need it. But I'm gonna look at it anyways. So we can no, we're gonna follow it just because I want to be super certain everything's okay. So first, this is the bin, the bottom bin. So this is the bottom thingy where the substrate goes into, or water. You can use them for water. They have like a water level thingy majig. You can fill it up like till the end of the glass. Then there's like this black rim and the lock. There's a very basic lock, so like small things could maybe get through, but the small things that can get through probably don't have the strength to open up the glass panes, the glass doors, so nothing really will get out. The first step is to screw these rods in. Now all the rods are numbered, and can you see that on the there? They're numbered and have an arrow on them. But the thingy itself doesn't tell me where which goes. So I don't know why it has numbers. But how are we gonna go? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it like that. That means this is 3, 3, arrow shows down. I'm gonna put that in here and screw it. So that means the 2 L pieces that came with it have to go. 1 here. And 1 here. Looks good. Now we can unwrap the doors. Here we have this glass pane, one part of the door with the hinge. The glass is fixed in that L piece thingy. The L piece looks a bit different. I don't know. Well, you can see it. There you go. Left glass door. So for me the left is here. You go in here. Then we have the second door. Now we have the door in. Now, time for all the other pieces. Now this is a pain in the ass. I can tell you that much. Wait, let me fixate those. Since there are the 2 front doors, we have a key and we can lock them. The key even comes on one of those sticky things, those vacuum sticky things, you know? You just go. You know, these things, I don't know what they're called, but you know, you just stick them on. But with that I can just close the doors like this. And lock them. There's just a tiny thingy that comes up and blocks them from opening. It's nothing special, but it works pretty well. So we're gonna start with the side one. let's see, I think this one is back to the left side. Here we have one with a hole, because the hole is there if you have a external thermostat or a hygrostat, or you just have an internal light, or for whatever reasons you need cables or anything inside the terrarium. You can put in a plastic thingy that's a bit, it should be in there as well. We'll see it. I think it might actually still be in the wooden box that had the other stuff. And you can just, yeah, it has like little openings for cables to go through. Now, the most shitty thing about these, that takes off the most time and that I hate the most, taking off the fabrication cutting protection thingy that's on one side of those. If you like it, you can keep it on, of course. I want to have a see-through terrarium though, so I have to take it off. There we go, now it's fixed. So, that should hold fine now. Now let's turn it around to the back side. Yippee! I'm so excited. This is gonna take a while again, I guess. So, till I'm done with this. And now, we can put on the top. Maybe. Or not. The main problem with these terrariums really is the glass. It's such a pain in the ass to get that paper off the glass. Or sticky plastic, whatever it is. And the golden thingies, the golden things in the corners, on the door thingies, they go in so hard. They come out fairly easily. Like if you stick them in there, they pop out very quickly, but you cannot get them back in. It's insane. But yeah. So the next part I cannot show you because my camera doesn't go all the way there. So I might just film it with my phone afterwards. But what you have to do here is where I just put in the screws in these four corners right here. And the other one I have over there. I have to put in these metal thingies. See, they have a thread on there. Then I just put those over them. They're just normal corner pieces again. Then I put this one on top. And that's it. So yeah. Till the terrarium is set. So here, just to show it again, I'm here at my other terrarium that has the snails and stuff in it. And now we have these thingies. And the terrarium has these four holes. You can see the screws in there that are screwed into the other one, which is standing over there. The one that I just built. And now I have to take out these screws, thread these in, and then just place this one on top. It's the same as I did with this one. I just used two of those supports And then this because, you know, this doesn't work. They only have to support things on the corners. So even the other way around wouldn't work either. So yeah, you always have to put terrariums with the same dimensions on top of each other. So before I'm gonna add the dirt, I quickly want to show what I've done here before I add it. I've put some of these clay balls below them with this foil with between it, over it. These clay balls are gonna be there for if moisture, like let's look at this terrarium, that's my snail terrarium. If there's moisture building up and the dirt, or let's look at the gecko, you can see it way better here. The gecko terrarium, the moisture of the dirt, it can gather. Then at some point the water can just stand and you don't want that. So that's why you have those clay balls. They absorb all the water from the dirt, the excess water, and then give it back whenever it gets dry down there again. So that's pretty much the job of them. This foil is only like a barrier so that isopods and other burrowing insects and helpers don't get down to it. Hello everyone, it's me Lycan and I'm back. And now that the terrarium is completely built, we are gonna make the substrate now. So since they're scorpions and they should have a semi like burrowable substrate, I'm going to mix it with some sand. So the amount of substrate that goes in is 16.2 liters. So I'm just gonna mix up like 16 and a bit liters of stuff. So how I'm gonna do this is I have this bucket right here, as you can see. So there's still some earth from last time in there, some soil. So 2 liters of earth are in them. So I want to do like a 1 to 3. So like for 1 part sand, there's 3 parts soil. So I have to add like 5 liters of sand, and then the rest of the 11 liters are of the substrate. The other substrate is soil will be a soil and leaf litter mixture, just because so that the isopods and springtails have something to feed on, you know? So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I have some play sand right here. It's just regular play sand that you put in like sand boxes for children. And I'm gonna fill it up to like, yeah, the 5 liters that I need. So we're at 2 now, so I have to fill it up to 7 liters. This stuff is very heavy. And it's also still semi-wet, which isn't the best thing. But since the substrate, the soil that I'm gonna add is dry, and the leaf litter is dry, I think it should be okay. And since the entire enclosure will be wet, humid, let's say humid, at least, as well, it probably won't be too much of a problem. Because the thing is, if you start with wet substrate and then fill it in and it dries out, it shrinks and that looks poopy. And it's probably not the best anyways. So yeah, I would always suggest using dry substrate. The sand is only like semi-wet, it's moist, it's not even wet, it's just slightly moist, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But as you can see now, I have the sand in here, that goes around about the 7 liter mark, which I said I need 5 liters, there were 2 liters of soil in there. So, next, we're gonna add some leaf litter. I just have some leaf litter from my garden. I'm gonna add like 1 or 2 liters of it. It's nice, dry, and you have to... Baking it is a good thing to disinfect the leaf litter. So now we're at the 10-liter mark, which means we need 6 liters more of stuff. I'm gonna start mixing now already the leaf litter and the sand and the bit of soil that's in there. Wait, here you can see the leaf litter. It's just regular leaf litter from the garden. Get some from the garden, or get some from the nearby forest, woods, whatever, park. Just some random leaf. And if you're that lazy, your closest invertebrate or reptile shop, or even online, you can order leaf litter. I used to do that, but I've switched around to gathering it myself because it saves me money, and it gives me a reason to go outside, which I definitely need anyways. So now I have everything mixed up. It looks like we have like way less substrate now. Oh yeah, we went really down because of the leaf litter. Now it's incorporated into the soil. We're at like, damn. We're back at like 8 liters, yeah. So we have 8 liters of substrate now. So we're gonna add some soil now. And afterwards we can still add some more leaf litter. If I have excess soil, I don't care, because I still have to do a enclosure for some isopods as well, which is just a pretty basic plastic bin with a piece of cork bark in the middle, so probably won't show that. So in here I have just some regular potting soil, garden soil, plant soil, not that's without any chemicals, like without any insecticides, pesticides, or anything like that. Untreated, I guess is another way to say it. Not that it's untreated in a way that it's full of harmful bacteria, but in the sense that it's, you know, there's nothing in it that could harm your pet, whether it be a reptile or an invertebrate. But I have to say, with invertebrates, it's probably more of a problem. I think it's more common that there are pesticides in soil and stuff like that. So now we're gonna incorporate that as well. We still don't have enough yet. And if I get so we'll see when I'm done mixing. Here we are back now. It's already looking very nice, the soil. It looks very soily. I mean, I would say it looks very natural, but that's because it's made out of natural stuff. We're not completely done yet. We're at 13 liters right now, so there's still like 3 liters missing. But since I want to keep it fluffy anyways, not compressed, I think I'll pretty much leave it at that. I'm gonna add a bit more leaf litter, and then we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna get my bag of gathered leaf litter. And mix it. Okay, now we're done. We have our forest floor now. What do you think? Looks pretty forest floory. And yeah, now I'm gonna add it to the terrarium. I said you cannot see it like that, so I will show you some phone videos of that. And afterwards we're gonna get to cutting the cork bark that I need. So now I have filled the entire bucket and I mixed into the terrarium, and it fit very well. It's exactly what I needed, how much I wanted. You can see it goes like almost right up to the brim. I don't want it to go all the way up anyways. And to the back it gets higher a bit. So you can see now it looks a bit more sandy now afterwards for some reason, but it's still good enough. It's more than good enough, I would say even. And yeah, now the next part is putting in cork bark. I have this one and this one. I'm gonna cut them, and then I'm gonna put in some moss, and that's gonna be it for the while. So now slowly everything is coming together. I put in the water dish. I buried it. It's like a fake rock. It's like, I don't know, some kind of plastic, I guess. I still had it left over. I've added 2 cork rounds as caves, as you can see here. I think they will fit in there. They should probably fit in there quite well. Then I've added a bit of leaf litter. Back there I will probably move some leaf litter and put some moss in. I have this dry moss here. Then I'm gonna fill this bucket with water and let that moss become alive again, and then put it in, or maybe around the water dish, I don't know yet. We'll see. And yeah, and there we have it. This is the finished scorpion enclosure. I think it looks pretty nice. I have these analog thermostat thingies in there for now. I will upgrade to a digital one later on because they are not very accurate. But yeah, as you can see, I have those hides here now out of the cork rind. I put the pothos in here as well. It already had roots, so I really hope it grows. I cut it off from back there. You can probably see it there. It had roots already coming out. So I planted it in there and I hope it grows out a bit. Here's the water dish. I have it set into the ground and the water goes like up to here. I already added some isopods as well. There's a mix of some kind of Porcellio and a Cubaris. I can't tell you which one now exactly, but yeah, that's how it looks like. The light is on top there, and I think it looks pretty nice. So yeah. So here we have the scorpions now. The girl is in here, that's Bonnie. And in here we have Clyde. Let's see how he's doing. Hello, mister. Look at him. He looks really good. I hope he's alive. Yeah, he is, okay. And here we have the female. She looks bigger, she's bigger than the male. But also very beautiful, I really like her. I'm so happy that I have them. So yeah. Hello everyone, it's me Lycan, and welcome to the end of the video. Now, I've just noticed while editing that I never mentioned what kind of scorpions I'm getting, or I got. Well, better said. I got a scorpion species called Pandipalpus Viatoris, or now renamed Pandipalpus Viatoris. They got renamed because the emperor scorpion, Pandinus imperator, is in the same clade as them, but they don't really look that similar. Especially because of their pedipalps, their claws. The emperor scorpion is way bigger and meatier claws, I guess, while the Viatoris has more elongated claws. So that's why they were reclassified. In English, they're also commonly known as cave-clawed scorpions. And these scorpions are very rare in the pet trade, and that's mainly why I got them. It's a pair, and I hope to get some babies from them, and I'm already very excited to get them. They carry their babies for upwards to 9 months, so their babies need a really long time before they mature and leave the back of the mother. If you didn't know, for scorpions it's common that the babies stay on the back of the mother till they had a few molts, and then they go off and they're all on their own. Different from what tarantulas do, who just lay egg sacs and leave them be. But I guess there's also some difference in every arachnid. There are the Erissus species, the velvet spiders, who hatch the egg sacs and then get eaten by the babies. So it shouldn't be that surprising that even in the spiders itself there's a lot of difference between like a wolf spider and a tarantula. More about the scorpions. Their poison is very mild. You can compare it to a bee sting, saying that if you probably are allergic to bee stings, it would be not too good to be stung by this scorpion as well. I don't know if it's the same toxin, or if it's a similar toxin, but not getting stung is the best thing anyway, so you should just be careful. With most scorpions you can see if they are really poisonous or not by their claw to stinger ratio. If a scorpion has big claws and a small stinger, most of the time, they're not that poisonous or toxic, I guess is the better way to say it. While if they have more like smaller claws and a bigger stinger, they are most definitely more toxic, and you should really take care to not get stung by them. These scorpions come from Africa, but they like it a bit humid. They come from tropical grasslands and also dry forest areas, more in the like southeastern part of Africa, like Zimbabwe, Tanzania. Something that's really nice about these scorpions that I like are the reddish accents. I don't know how well you see them in the videos, but they have really nice red coloring. I can add some pictures, some with light, so you can really see some red shimmer coming off of them, and they look really pretty. Right now it's been a few days after I've got them, and I think they've climatized pretty well. They went into the pre-dug caves and continued digging under them, so now they have like a cavern underneath the pre-dug cave. The other one they left in peace for now, but together they are digging that one cave. They haven't eaten so far. I don't know why, but I hope they'll eat soon. There are 4 crickets jumping around in there right now, and I'm not really too keen on keeping them in there, but I don't think scorpions are that... I don't think it's that bad with scorpions as it would be with tarantulas, since scorpions are armored, tarantulas are not. So I don't think crickets can do a lot of harm to the scorpions. But yeah, I'm excited to see how they come along, if they will show themselves, because they have really just been in the cave for most of the time. I mean, makes sense, they're called cave-clawed scorpions. And I've noticed that maybe the substrate isn't as deep as I want it to be. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. And if you want to see more of my pets or more terrarium stuff, please let me know. I have a lot to show off. I have this big enclosure down there with a sweet potato in it. It's not in the dirt, there's like the glass jar in there where they put sweet potatoes in. If you would like to know why I have a sweet potato in there, you can ask. But yeah, again, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. If you want to see more terrarium stuff, please tell me. And yeah, I hope the next video is coming soon. I can't promise when it's coming. I'm gonna order the microphone that I need next month, or when I get this month's loan, paycheck, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed. Have a good one, and till next time, goodbye.